Hi everyone, welcome to Astrology MVP, your moon void of course place. I am your astrologer, Karis. In astrology, we have something called the moon void of course. And basically what that is that about every 2.5 days when the moon changes signs, there'll be a certain amount of time, and it always varies, when the moon does not make aspects to any of the other planets. So the moon is said to be void of course or off course. The moon is not making connections, angles to any of the other planets. So when this happens, if you're wanting something that's very important for you, an event, a launch, whatever it may be, you would want to avoid that during the moon void of course, because the moon is just hanging out. Not much is happening. It's more of a time to relax, to reflect. Nature is always balancing, and so we need both. We need times of activity and times of introspection. So I'm going to post these every day for you. And on January 2nd, the moon is still void in the sign of Scorpio until 12:58 a.m. That is when the moon enters the sign of Sagittarius. So for about that first hour of January 2nd, and all the time frames that I use are Pacific Standard Time. The first hour, January 2nd, the moon is still void in the sign of Scorpio. But then at 12:58 a.m., she enters the very happy and optimistic sign of Sagittarius. I always like to look at the last aspect the moon made before she goes void, and the first aspect the moon will make after she's fully in a sign. Now on January 1st, the moon's last aspect was that Moon-Venus conjunction in the sign of Scorpio, which is about the release of certain relationships because of what we value in relationships. So that was a letting go on January 1st. The first aspect that the moon makes on January 2nd, after she's in the sign of Sagittarius, is this. It's so exciting. It's a moon trine Mars in fire. So the moon is what we really want to be happy. And Mars is about right action, taking the action, going after what it is that makes us happy. So that moon trine Mars, moon in Sag, Mars at home in Aries. In astrology, we have co-rulership in classical astrology. So Mars goes with Aries and Scorpio. So the Moon-Venus conjunct in Scorpio was the action of letting go. The Moon-Mars trine in fire is about the action of moving towards your happiness. So this is January 2nd. Also, this is as we're moving to the new moon. So from full moon to new moon, which is the time frame we're in, this is the releasing so we can take action towards our happiness, fulfillment, and joy. And so fire is always that sense of play and enjoyment and joy. The excitement of something brand new, which is so appropriate for the new year as we're making all the new resolutions and looking ahead, never looking back. So this is for January 2nd. Except for that first hour at midnight, the moon is not void for the rest of the day. And we have this beautiful aspect of moon and Sag trining Mars at the beginning degrees of fiery Aries, and that's about boldness and courage, and also the enthusiasm of going after what it is, taking action towards joy and happiness and excitement. So thank you everyone. This is your moon void of course, your MVP for January 2nd, 2019. I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you.